and then I'm going to go live on Facebook. Unable to access Facebook. Are you joking?
Well, that's what I was saying. Do you want to just do a live?
I can't see if we're live.
It's not saying live yet. Normally it says it on the corner on the Zoom, doesn't it?
It does. It's preparing.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our live stream. My name is Paula Fern. I'm from Manchester in the UK, and I'm joined by Mahmouda Hill.
Morning.
Morning. And this is the first ever hashtag Travel Tuesday live, and we're going to be doing this every single week on a Tuesday at 11 a.m. For those of you that have followed us for a while, you might remember we used to do something called 11's Escapes, which was a really lovely, just inclusive chat just about life. And it's along those lines that we're going to be doing our Travel Tuesday. Not just about travel. We are in a travel business. We're not going to just be talking about travel. What we find really important for anything that we do in life is empowerment and just being in a position where we can share what we do with people, but in a way that is easy to understand and also that relates to what's going on in the world right now. So what you'll see with the things that we're doing and sharing during our 11 a.m. Sessions on a Tuesday is just about stuff we've been through, challenges that we've faced and how we've overcome them. What we're choosing right now, are we choosing to feel sad? Are we choosing to let those, I mean, mental health, are we choosing to continue down roads that we're not happy with? Or are we changing things slightly and making a happier life for ourselves? Are we making those choices in the right way? Have we got the strength to do that? If you've not, keep tuning in. Every Tuesday, 11 a.m, we're going to teach you how to feel empowered, how to grab life by its horns and really just go out there and enjoy everything that you're doing. So we're going to have lots of different people joining us each week. We're going to have special guests. We're going to talk about lots of different things. We've got a full plan of action going into the new year, and I think you're going to like what you see. So if you see this and you're seeing it live, give us a hashtag live below. If it's the first time you've ever seen our community live, give us a hashtag first. If you are catching us on replay, give us a hashtag replay, just so we know when you're tuning in. And if you want to give it a share, because you know people that are friends with you that could do with just a little bit of a nice warm hug, or a bit of empowerment, of feeling good, if they want to kind of have that feel good factor on a Tuesday morning, do share it with your friends as well. As I said, my name is Paula Fern. I'm from Manchester in the UK. I'm a single mum of 4. I am a belief coding facilitator. I am a huge advocate for positive mental health, and that is where most of my alliances lie. And I am in a travel club with most of the people that you'll see on these calls, on these Zooms. And we are just so blessed to be in the position that we're in. Travel is such an important part of positive mental health. It fits perfectly with the things that I do already around mental health. So my mental health journey started when I was about 17. I was clinically depressed and suicidal at the time. Many times I've been there as well. And it's not until I was able to find tools that I could help myself with that I overcame a lot of my mental health struggles. One of those tools was travel. So it's hugely important to me. So we will touch on things that we can help you with that are related to travel, but we'll also be sharing with you different tools on how you can help yourself stay focused, stay positive, and just generally feel good about yourself. So Mahmouda, share a little bit about why you're here and what you're up to at the moment.
Well, I'm a mum of 4, and I was widowed. It'll be 16 years next week, so it's a really, really tough time of year for me. But travel for me was the thing that kept me going. You know, it was when my kids were smiling, when they were happy, when they were laughing. And then for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, wherever long we went away for, I'm going to use the word normal. they seemed normal, you know, they seemed happy. And then you come back to the growing, you know, everyday life, and it all gets back down. And I do have children who have anxiety and depression and all that sort of stuff. And it's all down to this one point in their life when their dad was killed in a car accident. But you can't let that one point rule your life.
Yeah.
You know, it's so hard, and it kills me every year. But that can't be everything.
Yeah.
So for me, traveling is a way of being happy, enjoying life. There is such a world out there. You know, we talk about going out to space, we talk about deep sea diving. What about what we can actually go and see ourselves? Not everybody can go out to space. Not everybody can swim. I can't swim. You know, there's so much that we can do and see. There's all these new cultures, everything out there. So many different people, so many different tastes of food.
Yeah.
You know, even the simple thing of a guava. I was showing Shell that I was eating a guava. I said, what's this? She goes, I don't know. It looks like a green lemon. I went, no, it's not a green lemon. I said, try fruit, you know, and she's like, I have no idea. And I cut it up, and then I showed her another picture. She goes, what's it taste like? I went, I can't even explain to you what it tastes like, because it doesn't taste like anything else. It tastes like a guava.
Well, it's like, no, it's amazing that you're saying that, Mahmouda, because going to different cultures, I've recently been to Budapest, and just experiencing that culture and getting to know what life is like, it's really special. But it's just kind of pointed me in this direction, looking at your screen at the back. Something I've always wanted to do is have a coconut on a beach with a straw in it. I've not done that yet, but when I do, I tell you what, you'll be the first to know. But all these little things like that, these experiences, they become our core memories, and they become things in our lives that we refer to for our happy times. So yeah, travel is hugely important.
Going back to the coconut, I've done that. But anyway, there's 2 types of coconut. So you have the green coconut,
right?
And you have the ripe coconut, which is, you take all the skin off, and there's the brown hairy thing. But the green coconut hasn't got the brown bit inside yet. It's not ripe.
Okay.
So the green one is all water, and it's like, you know,
so
the bottles of coconut water you get.
Yeah,
that's that, and we call that.
I didn't even know this. Tell me in the comments if you're on Facebook watching this. Did you know that? So I didn't know that.
It's just how ripe it is, basically. So the green coconut is the unripe, and that is the thin water. And then when you get the brown proper one, it's still water, ripened, but it's coconut milk, but it's thicker, and it's different taste, totally different taste.
Wow. You learn something. See, you can come here every Tuesday and learn something new as well. That's amazing.
But, when I used to go to Bangladesh as a kid, my mum was always, don't eat the street food, don't eat the street, it'll upset your stomach. And I'm like, it's worth it. So when I took my kids to Bangladesh, I let them eat what they wanted, because I thought, even if you get diarrhea or anything else, it's worth the taste. It's not bad.
To try. I think so. And it's funny because I was in a meeting yesterday, actually, and there's ways around we talked about having the prop when you're on holiday and things like that. Not great conversation, but you know, you talk amongst friends, don't you? And there's ways around that, but that's for another time.
Yeah.
Now,
But sometimes if
today,
you think of you're going to get it, you get it. If you're like, yeah,
exactly,
it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen.
you know, the subconscious, how the subconscious works, Mahmood. I am teaching you well. That's exactly what happens. Self-fulfilling prophecy, it
Yeah.
does. So we're going to talk today more about community and how important community is. Now, a few weeks ago, I went to a conference that was local for the area that I was in, and they were talking about how important community is, and they asked for words that people think of when they think of a community. And people were saying things like safe. People feel safe. They feel seen. How important is it for us to feel valued and seen? And they feel that they belong. That's exactly what a community should do.
Yeah.
Now, I've been part of a few different communities over the years, especially in my networking career, and some have been great, some have been not so great, and some have been bloody amazing. And I tell you what, I'm still with those ones that are bloody amazing, and I'll
Yeah.
never leave them. But the ones that have been not so great, the way they fall down is they don't make you feel seen. So you might say something and it falls on deaf ears, or you get no response, or you might have a conversation with someone and they don't kind of gel. You're not kind of having that vibe. You talk about tribe. You've not got that. And when you don't have that, I mean, when we're talking about mental health and the way that I used to feel with my anxiety and all sorts of things, it would put me off speaking to anyone because I would be worried that I'd have that experience again. So being in a tribe or being in a community that makes you feel valued and worthwhile, and that you've got something to say that people will listen to, is hugely, hugely important. And that's part of the reason why we're starting this Tuesday morning call as well. Because if you're not part of a tribe that values you, come and join ours. Come and join in on a Tuesday morning. Just tune in, listen to what we've got to say, comment below, tell us what your thoughts are. You will always be included within our community. And we're part of a really special community that's related to our travel system and the way that we travel, because we're not travel agents. That's important to note. But we use a travel system that saves thousands and thousands of pounds. And we're part of a really special community group online. Mahmouda, tell us more. I mean, there's a lot of people. We're all over the world, by the way. We're in 63 different countries. And although I've met many people that are from the States and things like that, Mahmouda, you have as well, but you've been in some special places whilst you've been meeting them and gelling in that community. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, I do quite a lot of the Zooms with the Americans at 2 a.m. in the morning. So they've got to see me, on Zoom. So they
Can't get rid of you, can they?
so we all feel like we're a family. So we
Yeah.
all chat on Facebook and Messenger and all that sort of stuff, but we're not necessarily met in person. So I went to Dubai on a world tour, and I knew who was coming. So I was keeping my eyes out for them. I'd seen a few, and there's one person I kept missing, and I saw her across the pool, and I thought, oh, Lisa. So I was walking across the pool to go meet her. Somebody in the pool goes, it's Mahmouda. And I'm like, whoa. But yeah, and it was just a really, really nice feeling. It's like seeing old friends, family reunion. It's such a good feeling. And so, like you said, it's tribe, isn't it? And it's family.
It is.
It's so like family. It's better than family, actually. This is the family you choose.
That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, yeah, my family might be watching, so I've got to be careful what I'm saying. But yeah, this is the thing. This is family you can choose, and
Yeah.
you can have things go on in your family. We've all got stuff that goes on in our family, but
Yeah.
this is a tribe that is different than that. And in a lot of ways, it's so special to have that communication and have that interaction. I mean, we've got a group. How many people are in our group? For
4,000?
is it about 4,000
I think
people?
so. Oh, I think it's
And
over 4,000 actually.
there's always someone to chat with in there. There's always someone to talk with. There's always this trip. Yes, a lot of the content is about travel, but what I want to get across to you is the amount of relationships that have started from within that group, where we're friends for life now.
Yeah.
We've made friends for life. And you can go, but how many hours is it to Dubai? Like 24 hours sometimes, isn't it?
Oh,
To
I can't
travel to
remember.
Dubai.
Yeah.
You can travel a day around the world, meet up with someone that's in that group and see them face to face. And it's like you've never been away from each other. You just have that relationship. It's so
Yeah.
close and it's lovely.
Especially with the
And
world tours, you can be, right, I'll see you in Paris. All right, and next time I'll see you in New Orleans. And it's like, yeah, which world tour are you going at? Oh, I'll make sure I'm on the same one.
jet setting, jet setting.
Yeah.
But it's important because we feel like we belong. So tell us in the comments as well. Are you part of a community? Do you have a group that's a community that worked really well? Do you have friends that you want to tag in this, that want to be part of a community? It makes us feel good when we feel like we belong. And it's part of the human condition to do that, because we're humans, we interact, we need that stimulation and we need that interaction to be able to function in a lot of ways. And a lot, especially with all the things that have been happening over the past few years, I think a lot of people, myself included at one point, felt like it was harder to get back into that social interaction. Although a lot of things moved online when we were in lockdown, because we locked down all over the world, as you'll remember. I don't think we'll ever forget that. But people felt strange when we were able to go back out and be face to face. And it shouldn't feel strange for us. We're humans. That's what we need to
Social
live.
animals.
Yeah, to live a life that feels good, that is abundant, that has everything that we need. We need all these different. We need food. We need water. And we need interaction. And we need community. And that's exactly what we do need.
I think it's like they say you need 12 hugs a day to feel good
Yes.
about yourself. So there's no people don't even get one hug a day, you know? It's that human contact.
Of course it is. Of course it is. And it's just, I mean, I was one of those people that I would always struggle socially. So I always felt really socially awkward. And it would take a lot for me to go to any events and things like that. I mean, I'm past that now. I'm way past that, and I have been for some time. But when I was in the thick of my anxiety and I felt awkward in that way, it would just make me feel like, am I good enough to be part of this community?
I want to stop you right there. Hang on a minute. The first time I saw you, where were you?
I was on stage.
You're on stage. I think you had 2 kids with you at the time. The older 2 were with you.
Yeah.
So I'd never seen you before. We weren't friends on Facebook, and you were on stage talking. And I don't think it was planned either, was it?
It wasn't. I was put right on the spot. I was shaking like a leaf. And mentioning that, Mahmoudi, that was the first time I'd gone out of my comfort zone since my really difficult anxiety period. So for those of you that don't know, with my anxiety, I went up between 6 and 12 months. I didn't leave the house at all. And my anxiety was that heightened. I didn't leave the house at all. And that was due to PTSD, following the birth of my 3rd child in 2015. And it's such a mixed bag of emotions, because in 2015, it was a time when I decided I was going to become full-time self-employed, which was a great decision to make. But then I had problems with my daughter's birth, which then fed into postnatal anxiety. It was horrific. It was bloody awful. And I was already going through depression and stuff. So I'd healed enough at that point that you saw me on stage to go. I mean, how amazing is that?
Yeah. That's how we met.
We can all bloody do that, though. We can all do that.
I tried to come up to you and talk to you, but you were surrounded by people. I couldn't get anywhere near you. So I ended up adding you on Facebook and just chatting there.
And the rest is history, isn't it?
You never know, do you? Who are you going to meet? Where are you going to meet them?
No, that was really special. I remember that. And it was such an amazing experience. But again, that was community.
Yeah.
There's how many people were in that room? There's got to have been about, I can't even remember,
It was quite a big room, and there was a lot of people in there.
Yeah. There was hundreds and hundreds of people. I don't think it got to 1,000. But again, this is the thing, when we push ourselves in that way, despite any troubles that we've had or any anxieties that we might have had, when we've got the right people around us, it gives us the strength to be able to push ourselves. Because since then, I've delivered training to like 2,000 people at any one time. We've got our community already of 4,000 people. If you want to be added to that community as well, and you know myself or Mahmood or anyone that shared this video with you, this live, just ask them about the community, because they can send you a group invite. It is invite only, by the way, which is why I'm not telling you the name of it. So it is invite only, but if you want to be added to that, just let us know and we can add you to that. But having the right people around you is going to build you up, and it's going to give you growth, and it's going to make you, I mean, Mahmouda, the change in you is just
Yeah.
absolutely
I was going to say, you've got a halo at the moment.
Look
As
at
you
the
talk
sun,
about it, you have the
woo!
halo. It's like, whoa.
That's crazy. Oh God, I can't
That's
even.
perfect timing.
Yeah. Yeah. People say I'm an angel, are you sure?
Hmm.
But yeah, the growth in you, Mahmouda, over the years has been incredible to watch.
Yeah. I know so much has changed. So even though I'm going through a bad phase, I'm not the same person I was before I joined this community.
Oh,
And you know, there's no way I would have been on a Zoom. I would have just been crying.
yeah.
I used to cry from October all the way through to April. That's 7 months of the year, is a long time to be crying all the time. So yes, I might cry a day here or a day there, but it's nothing like constant 7 months of the year.
And this is the thing, when we've gone through such a tragedy and such a loss, and when we go through anything in life, it doesn't even matter whether we consider it a big thing or a small thing. It's how it makes us feel that's the important thing. And if it makes us feel sad or anxious or angry or whatever emotion it is, it's okay to feel that. That sounds ridiculous. It's okay to feel that emotion, but it's not okay for you to, it's not healthy for you to stay there.
Yeah.
And that's what things like community does for you. It helps bring you through those dark days.
I'll give you
And you
another
get a
example.
shining light like this behind you as well.
Right. So obviously before I joined this club, I've had other events like Nadia's 18th birthday, and I've always written a speech for the parties and things, and I've never ever been able to give it. I've always broken down. I've been in tears. A friend has always had to come in and take over reading the speech. On Nadia's wedding, just in September, sorry, in October, I read the speech. I did have to stop and take a breath and calm down, but I read the whole speech.
Wow.
By myself. Woo. Tears flowing, but I read it all.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah,
well done.
No way I would have done that before.
No.
So,
and it's when you reflect on how far you've come, it's just like, come on, and do this.
Absolutely.
So this is what is important about community. And yeah, in a nutshell, everything that we've just discussed, that's what's important about community.
It's love, support, everything.
Yeah.
Friendship.
Yeah.
You say friends for life, innit?
Absolutely, innit? Yeah. I'm going to wrap it up there, but if you've got value from this, or if you've got any questions for us, or you want to talk about anything, please get in touch. Thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you, Mahmouda, for being amazing as usual.
But you're the one with the halo.
Well, yes. But we will be back next week at 11. I will be sharing, we'll share the topics we're going to be discussing. So if it's anything that really resonates for you, do tune in. I'd love for you to be there anyway, because we're really building a beautiful community of people, and it's a really special time to do that. So I will see you all next week. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.